So here's a trade analysis for PDD, which was a very strong stock on Thursday. So here's the backdrop. First, SPY is having kind of a green day, but with a big pullback through there. And the reason why PDD and other Chinese stocks were doing so good was because China was announcing that they were doing economic stimulus. So PDD didn't have anything to do with this sector. And you can see right through there that it was not a sector-based play. It was a news catalyst-based play. All the Chinese stocks were going through the roof because of this news catalyst. So Baidu, Alibaba, Futu, all of those types of stocks were going through the roof. And I was just trying to find the strongest one overall. So I'm watching them all morning and I see that PDD is by far the strongest, most consistent one. It has a gap up. It's got crazy relative volume. Remember, I trade on this day, not on the Friday. It's broken 2 SMAs. It's broken an algo line through here, but it doesn't have much room left. And I know a lot of people were just riding this thing till the cows come home, but you got to remember there's an algo line coming across through here, and there's a big, big, giant algo line across through there. So if you look at PDD on the 5-minute line, you can see on that day, it never really broke those 2 lines. And this is where we're hanging out through here. So I'm looking for an opportunity where the market movement intraday is lining up with PDD's movement intraday. I'm looking for the most high potential possible trade. Okay, so SPY in the morning is going up and up and up and up and up and just has this giant pullback, but the pullback is on low volume and it's in a bear cross. And we got a lot of upward motion on the bull cross as well. And then it kind of gets engulfed and stopped through here at this candle right through here. And so my thesis is that we're going to continue to go up a little bit, or at least no more back down. Up here, we're waiting, and then we get that bull cross. So I waited a little bit extra on PD to make sure I had the bull cross on SPY, and my thesis was, with SPY, that we, as we were going up, we're going to respect this upward trend line and continue to break through VWAP and come back up. On PDD, we had a very minimal pullback during that giant red SPY action, and we also had this big, long bear cross, but then we get into the bull cross and we're going back up. So by the time PDD is bull crossed and price confirming, SPY hasn't broken its high of the day, but PDD is just about to break its high of the day. So we get price action confirmation that PDD is near its high of the day. SPY is not, so PDD definitely has relative strength. They've both bull crossed in through here, so we know we're going to get a good chunk of time of buying cycle action. But I still need to wait to make sure that there's nothing in the way of PDD because I want the highest probability trade, and that's why I waited for this candle to get broken. As you can see here, the actual volume happened on this candle, but it wicked out on me, and you can see there's the elevated volume. But if you don't have access to this candle right through here, look at that, it popped over just a bit and it could have trapped traders and completely ripped back against us, or just stayed below this line the whole time, getting us stuck in the trade. So I waited for that second candle for confirmation. On top of that, I've got a nice little flat bottom HA trend right through there. So any lighter candle is a flat bottom HA candle without me having to actually look at it. And I've got a lot of relative strength. I got the volume. I got everything I need to know. So I'm going to stay in this trade, and my original thesis was that I was going to ride this thing right up to the edge of that algo line. So about 59.85 or so was my original target. But that was based on the thesis that SPY was going to break VWAP. And as I trace through this thing, here's my entry right through here. This is my entry. But then instead of continuing through after this SPY bull hammer, I actually get this pullback on SPY, red, red. So the chances of this thing running against me go up a little bit, and my thesis has changed, right? So even though PDD is still going up, I don't have the market behind me right through there. So I take this price target of 59.85 and I move it down to a 50-cent price target. And that's why I exited the trade right through there. So originally my target was higher, but I moved my target down because SPY didn't do what I thought it was going to do when I went into the trade. And I took a nice 50 cents with no ads, 1%, very high probability trade. I'm very happy with that. And even though some other people got more out of this thing, hindsight's 20/20, and I find that my win rate is extremely high as long as I just bite that chunk right through there. Totally up to you how you want to do things, but That's how I do things on momentum trades like that, especially with the market the way it was, where we had broken this right through here, but we were still under this candle as well. That's PDD. That's Thursday. That was my winning trade of the day that I like the most.